Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
So guys, now I'm going to teach you how to create an image. Correct? How to create an image. Create an Docker image. This is the questions which we have right now in front of us. So there's a two method which we have. Method 1, using existing container manual way, and method 2, using Docker file automated way, automated CI way. Okay, so these are the two methods in which we are creating an image. So existing container is the easy way and manual way, though Docker file is also damn simple by the way. But I'll teach you this one little bit later. First I'll teach you this one and then get used to it. So guys, if you want to create an image, first you have to have a requirement. What requirement? There should be some requirements for all of you, right? So my manager said, Rajesh, can you please create an image? The root file system should be of Ubuntu nature. Here it can be sent to as Fedora, Debian, SUSE, HP, Amazon, Kali, whatever you like. It can be anything, but here my requirement is Ubuntu. Then he said, in that it should be having the applications. Which one? Git should be installed, Java should be installed, Apache should be installed, Apache 2 should be installed and all, and make this image and give it to me. I said, okay, no problem, I can do that very well. So I am going to create an image. So first thing, using existing container. So what I'm going to do is, this is the session got timed out actually, so I have to log in one more time. CentOS. Here I am going to create a container from the image which is called base image root file system is Ubuntu. Okay, Ubuntu. So let's get started. So do I have any containers? I'll just do the clean stuff. There's one container which is lying for me, but for the demo I'll show you the clean stuff. So I will do one thing. I will stop this container. It's a complete clean demo. Stopping this container and finally removing this container, and docker ps-a. So this is the container which I have created. Okay, this is the container which I have deleted. You can see that now I don't have any containers with me. So what I'm going to do, let's do one by one requirement. I am going to create a container from the Ubuntu root file system. Ubuntu is a base image, so docker run, okay, -itd Ubuntu. So this container, I got it. You see it's a fresh container base. So requirement number 1 is done. Ubuntu is, I got it. This container I will get inside this. Attach here. Now I'm inside a container. Now my manager said we need Git, Java and Apache inside that. So inside that I'm going to run installing the Git. How can we install the Git? You can install manually also, the downloading the directory, this, that and all. But apt is a package manager which is very popular in Ubuntu. We use it. Something similar RHEL we use yum. In Ubuntu we use apt get. So like that. So here I'm using apt get install git. Now it says the package cannot be located. So basically it's a very lightweight root file system. So you won't find much of the things. So for that we have to update. So see here, my requirement was not update, but I have to do the update because I want to install the git. So update is, I'm doing it and it will write a multiple file system. Okay. So in all this thing I'm doing inside a container, mind it. I did the update here. Okay. Now I'm going to install the git. And it's asked me, do you want me to continue? Yes, of course. Why? Now git is installing through the package manager, which is apt. So that is the things which we have done, guys. Git is installed here. See here, it got installed. Now same way I am going to install the Java. So for Java we need a package. So OpenJDK is a place where we can get the package very easily, or else you have to have a Oracle login, this, that. It's a headache actually. So this is the Java package, I'm installing it. So go here, OpenJDK 8JRE. I want to install it, yes. So I'm installing the Java also. Okay, so almost installed. While installing the Java, it asks for some geographical and stuff like that. I'll give it 1 and then done. Can I check Java? Done. Now can I check Apache 2 you have got it or not? No, it's not there. So can I install that Apache 2 also? Apache 2. Now rather than providing yes on the command line, I can also pass -y, which will be taken. So this time it will not prompt you. Done. You see which Apache. So guys, in this we got Git, we got Java, and we got Apache 2. All this software. Which are the command I run? I'm just storing it for all of you here. This is the command I run inside a container. I'm writing it here so you'll remember. Inside a container, and after that either you do exit or control PQ, hardly I care. So dit docker ps. So guys, this container which you can see git is there in host? No, git is there in the container Yes, see, this is a power. So outside of the container, I run this command to come inside of this one. Okay, so these are the commands I run to create a container from Ubuntu, and these are the inside a container I run. So guys, the container is running or not running right now is not so important. This container, we got everything as it was requested by my manager. So far, so you have understood, guys? You have understood so far? Ari, any questions? Hello, guys. Any questions? Hello, guys. I'm audible.
No, Rajesh. No,
Okay.
Rajesh.
So, guys, my requirement is done. This container contains everything. Now, mind it. There is one command, diff command, which is will tell you which are the layers got added, modified, deleted. Hell lot of things you'll get it. So too many. So now these are the things. So diff directory, you know that I told you very clearly, this layer will get divided into the two part, and we'll have a diff. Even though you stop the container, diff we need only. So diff, remember diff directory. So what are we going to do? We are going to convert this container into the layer. So how many layers we had in Ubuntu? Look at this here. Docker, history, and Ubuntu. Look at this. Tell history command will tell you the commit operation. So last commit which was done to the Ubuntu was this one. So do you want to add this commit, this layer on top of it? So you have to commit that. How can we do that? So Docker commit -m. Why you are committing? So it has a Ubuntu, it has a update. So let me write in short so you'll understand. It has a Git, it has Apache, it has Java, everything. Now who are you? Author. Your name? Rajesh Kumar. Which container you want to commit? This container. And you want to commit, but you want to commit with the same name. This is also possible, but I want a different name. This one. Very simple. So this commit operations will do, you know what, this container, whatever you have a diff directory, they will create that diff directory into the layer of read only and put it in the that image database. I did this. So look at this here. It's little bit huge size. And guys, now you see this is the history of Ubuntu, and let me show you images. See here, I got the Ubuntu which was earlier. I created a new image. This is the image ID created 12 seconds ago, and the size also you see here. Now if I do the history of Ubuntu and if I do history of this one, you look at the difference here. See here. This here till now, these are the Ubuntu layers, and there is additional layers which you got it. The size of this layer is itself is 522 MB, and this layer basically is your layer which I committed, and this layer has the file system of Java, Ubuntu, Java update, and Apache, and all the stuff like Git. So guys, this is the image. That layer is there, that container is there. You can delete this container. You don't need this container to stop this container, and I am going to delete that container. Why? Because you got the image and you can create as many container you wanted. So let's say as of now I got the two images. If you want the Ubuntu base, Docker run -itd --name is equal to Ubuntu, and this is the image. This is the container which is containing Ubuntu. Okay, and Ubuntu all. This is the container which contain everything. So look at this here. So my manager now is just he has to run that image, he'll get the container. So docker exec, look at this, exec this container which has everything, git. Wonderful. Now he is executing this one. Here we have a git. No. So guys, so easy, so effective way to create an images. Any questions so far? You guys have got it? Any questions so far? Okay, so guys, I am going to share with you all these commands what I did to create an image and validate it, which is here. Okay, I'm updating the nodes right now.
Please enroll our general membership for $3.99 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $3.99 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.